this is Warhawk Beyond 2040, bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss with all of you about Becky Lynch helping Seth Rollins retaining the world title at Clash in Paris and screwing CM Punk. And could this lead to AJ Lee possibly returning? So, ever since Seth Rollins formed this brand new faction, which he now calls the Vision. Oh god, I don't make these names, unfortunately. There has been a lot of speculation about who will be the fourth member of the team. Now, so far, we've got Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker, with Paul Heyman as their manager. When you've got Paul Heyman on your team, you're guaranteed instant success. So there has been a lot of speculation about who else is going to join the Vision. So we had the Fatal Four Way World Title main event with Seth Rollins defending the world title against LA Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk. And when it looked like CM Punk had the match won, we saw someone come through the crowd into the ring wearing a hoodie and a mask, low blows CM Punk, and revealed himself to be none other than Becky Lynch. Clearly, no one's copying the Death Raiders here. Clearly not. Of course not. So, Becky Lynch helped Seth Rollins retain the world title and is now a member of the Vision with her husband, Seth Rollins. And yes, it was a big shock, but to me, this didn't really come as much of a surprise. It wasn't a case of if Becky Lynch was going to join her husband, it was always a matter of when she was going to join her husband. And it makes perfect sense because Becky Lynch is the IC Women's Champion, Seth Rollins is the World Champion. Both of them are heels, the top heels on Raw. So it makes perfect sense to put the two of them together. But it's not the first time they have worked together. They did team up together before, back in 2019 at Extreme Rules, and both of them were working as baby faces. But for me personally, I think Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch as heels is a brilliant move, I think. And they're just both naturals, especially Seth Rollins. He's so much better as a heel. It's natural to him. Becky Lynch is the same thing as well. She works so much better as a heel. Both of them are great at getting heat, and the two of them together is nuclear heat. So this should be a lot of fun. But the big talking point that came out of Clash in Paris wasn't so much about Becky Lynch helping Seth Rollins and screwing CM Punk. The big talking point that came out of the show was, oh, this is going to lead to AJ Lee coming back. Now, AJ Lee hasn't been on WWE TV in over a decade. The last time that she competed was in a tag match at WrestleMania 31 when she teamed up with Paige to face the Bella Twins. And her last official match on TV was the night after WrestleMania 31 on the March 30th, 2015 edition of Raw. And that was it. She quietly retired, and obviously, we know that AJ Lee is married to CM Punk, and she's been away from the wrestling business for over a decade. As I said, she's been doing lots of different things, books, graphic novels. She does make the occasional convention appearances, meeting fans, signing autographs. And it seems like to me that she's quite comfortable living a life outside of WWE. Obviously, she's had her little share of demons, as we all know, and that's all been well documented. And I have heard stories that she had neck surgery and she can't compete anymore, and she has no desire to appear on TV again. Now, obviously, lots of people are saying that this is going to lead to AJ Lee returning, and we're going to get this big, humongous mixed tag match between Seth Rollins and Lee. You never say never, especially when it comes to wrestling. I honestly don't see AJ Lee working another match, to be honest. If she did, let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just say she did come out of retirement. I could possibly see her coming out of retirement and facing someone like Roxanne Perez, because Roxanne Perez has always spoke highly of AJ Lee and, of course, vice versa. So I'm willing to come out of retirement. The most we will probably see, and this is just pure speculation, is I can see AJ Lee coming out on Raw and cutting a big promo on Becky Lynch. That is probably the most we'll get from her. As far as getting physical, I doubt it, but you never know. But I look at it from AJ Lee's point of view. Would I necessarily want to get involved in Punk and Rollins feud, which seems like it's been going on for about 100 years? Obviously, she would want to get involved to defend her husband, which makes perfect sense. But for your first match back, I don't know. Is it something I would like to see? Absolutely, but not for her first match back. I think for AJ Lee's first match back, it's got to be big. Roxanne Perez is a more natural choice, but it's just speculation. Obviously, I'd love to see AJ Lee come back. She's very attractive, very entertaining, and was a great wrestler in the ring in her own right. But we'll see, really. But everyone's talking about AJ Lee possibly coming back. I see her making an appearance, but I don't really see her making a big return in that sense. But you never say never. We'll have to see, really. But this has definitely got a lot of people talking, and rightly so. There was even a fan holding up a sign at CM Punk saying, CM Punk, bring back AJ Lee. So obviously the fans must know something we don't. But time will tell, really. So anyway, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What do you guys think about Becky Lynch helping Seth Rollins? Are you surprised? Do you think she's now a full-time member of the Vision? Could this screw job lead to AJ Lee making an appearance? Do you see her stepping back in the ring for a match, or do you see her just coming out for a one-off appearance and cutting a promo on Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.